Fear is not your enemy, it's a built-in mechanism designed to keep you safe. From the earliest days of humanity, fear signaled danger and prepared us to act, but in our modern lives it often shows up as hesitation, anxiety, or self-doubt rather than real physical threat. When you feel fear, it's your mind sending an alert, but that alert isn't always accurate. By understanding this, you begin to see fear not as a wall, but as information. The moment you recognize that fear is simply energy seeking direction, you gain the power to guide it. Instead of resisting it, study it. Ask yourself why it's there, what it's trying to tell you, and whether it's protecting you or holding you back. This shift in awareness loosens its grip, transforming fear from a paralyzing force into a stepping stone toward growth and freedom. You cannot overcome what you're not willing to name. Most people carry vague feelings of fear without ever stopping to identify what's really going on. When you slow down and shine a light on it, fear begins to lose its mystery and power. Take a moment to ask yourself, what exactly am I afraid of? Is it failure, rejection, loss, or something deeper? Write it down, say it out loud, make it concrete. When you do this, you're taking the first step toward mastery, because clarity creates control. You start to see patterns, triggers, and situations that bring that fear to life. And once you see it clearly, you can address it directly instead of avoiding it. Awareness turns fear from a shadow lurking in the background into something you can stand in front of, examine, and ultimately dissolve. This is where freedom begins. Fear often grows in the dark spaces of the unknown. When we don't fully understand something, our imagination fills the gaps with worst-case scenarios. The moment you shine the light of knowledge on it, fear begins to shrink. Learning about what you're afraid of gives you perspective. It turns a vague threat into something specific and manageable. Preparation, research, and self-education all create confidence because they replace uncertainty with understanding. And when you reframe fear as a signal for growth rather than danger, you stop seeing it as an obstacle and start seeing it as a guide. Every new skill you master, every fact you learn, and every experience you gain strengthens your ability to act despite fear. Knowledge doesn't just remove mystery, it empowers you to move forward with clarity and purpose. This is how fear loses its power over you. Fear weakens when you face it in small, deliberate steps. You don't have to leap straight into the most intimidating situation. Instead, break it down into manageable pieces. When you expose yourself gradually, you train your mind and body to see that the threat isn't as overwhelming as it once appeared. Each small victory builds your confidence and rewires your nervous system to respond with calm rather than panic. Practice is the bridge between fear and mastery. Repetition creates familiarity, and familiarity dissolves anxiety. By rehearsing in safer, lower-stakes environments, you develop skills and inner strength that transfer to more challenging circumstances. Over time, what once felt impossible becomes routine, and what once scared you starts to feel like second nature. Step by step, repetition by repetition, you prove to yourself that fear cannot hold its ground against consistent action. Fear loses its grip when you build strength from the inside out. Your inner state, your thoughts, emotions, and energy sets the tone for how you respond to challenges. When your mind is steady and your body is cared for, fear struggles to take hold. Simple practices like deep breathing, mindfulness, or grounding exercises calm your nervous system and anchor you in the present moment. Positive self-talk and visualizing success reprogram your mind to expect the best instead of anticipating the worst. Even your daily habits, enough sleep, healthy movement, nourishing food, form a foundation of resilience that supports courage. As you strengthen this inner state, you develop a quiet confidence that doesn't depend on outside conditions. You begin to move through life-centered, steady, and unshaken, transforming fear into fuel for your growth and expansion. Fear cannot survive where purpose lives. When you give your energy to a meaningful goal, your focus shifts from what could go wrong to what you're determined to create. Purpose acts like a compass, keeping you steady even when uncertainty shows up. Instead of waiting for fear to disappear, take intentional action no matter how small. Action disrupts the cycle of worry and builds momentum. Each step forward reinforces your belief in yourself and weakens the hold of hesitation. Celebrate those small steps. They compound into confidence. By aligning your daily actions with a larger vision, you crowd out fear with direction and movement. In this state, fear no longer dictates your decisions. It becomes background noise while your purpose leads the way. This is how you transform fear from an obstacle into a stepping stone for your highest potential.